And we're live, and we are live. This is Wild and Weird Radio Live. I'm Ron. That's not Joe. That's Dave, Doomsday Dave, over here to kick off 2026. It's absolutely perfect. It's appropriate. Everyone knows it is. Joe will be joining us shortly. We have a few other awesome surprises in store for tonight. But first, David, let's take a look at who all's here and start. Man, you guys started early, so I'm going to roll down the list as fast as possible here. Let's get all of your comments up here as we can, folks. The goal is started. You're going to get some new content coming up. For everybody who is new, please do hit that like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff. We've got a lot to cover tonight. We'll be looking back at where we've been. We're going to be looking forward to where we're going. And our prediction shows are always some of the more fun ones. You can go back and watch some of those. We tend to get pretty close, if not spot on, most of the times with it. And it's just pattern recognition and watching. I promise we don't have a crystal ball. Well, I mean, I do have a crystal ball. It's just not. We don't use it for that anyway. So let's see who all's here. We've got Spooky out there. I see Spooky.
7:05 p.m. Man, that's early bird.
I know. Spooky jumped right in there, right? Donna's here. Look here. There's Donna. There's Wolves Den. Hello. Welcome aboard. Brenda Ratcliffe. Welcome and Happy New Year. Yes, everyone. It is a new year, and we have some new stuff to talk about this episode for the new year. Just know happy New Year to my wild and weird family. Absolutely. Right back at you, all you wild and weirdos and weirdettes. Jordan Booker. Also happy New Year.
Fellow astronomer.
Yes. Larry Hose. Larry, you're actually going to be seeing yourself tonight in one of those exclusive clips, just to let you know. Who else we got? I'm coming down here. That's me, so that doesn't count. Trying to scroll. Gary Foots over here. Gary, good New Year to all. Yes, absolutely. Good New Year to everyone. Jen 1, 2, 3. There you go, right there. Got Teresa over here. There's Teresa hanging out. Hoping she had a happy New Year as well. Hoping everybody did. Gary's over here kicking in the door with the first donation for the new blessings. We're going to be popping out here very shortly. Got some a really nice one, a very appropriate one. You're going to get to see here very shortly. Who else we got? Ada and the Owls. Ada and the Owls. It's like a band. You know, if we ever do another band, Dave, that's
be perfect.
Yeah, I know, right? Ada and the Owls. Which one's Ada? No one. Yeah, it's kind of like back with Pink Floyd, right? Which one's Pink?
Oh, the good stuff.
See? It's just like that. Which one's Ada? Never mind Ada. Where's the Owls? JB, Happy New Year. Welcome aboard. Man, I'm trying to get all you guys called out here as fast as possible. I'm not as fast as Joe. LR Miller, welcome. Yes, absolutely. Look here, we got witness protection. All right, well, that's a good thing. Ashley's over there waiting in the wings. Ashley's going to jump on here in a little bit too to let you guys know what's going on in her world later on and kind of help us kick off the whole 2026 season right here. Just an old hippie kicked in the door as well with a $10. You see that? There you go, Dave. Look at that.
So how many new blessings do you have for this year? I mean, the new videos.
So far, we have one made, but most of the time went into making the big clip, which is an exclusive first look at Strange Realities, which you're going to get to see tonight for the very first time. And there's some really crazy stuff in it. I promise you, it is just as interesting, if not more interesting, than what you've seen that's been released on official channels. Okay. And by
Yeah.
official channels, I mean government. I don't mean someone making documentaries. I mean government. So
Not even I've seen this one. So hey,
no, you
you know,
haven't seen this. You haven't seen this. And yeah, it's something really amazing. It's a good look at what happened recently up at our last investigation there at Wineberry, the continuation of that story, and it just gets weirder. And we're going to show a little bit. We're gonna show a little bit. But what we're going to do, catch this, Dave. This is just for our wild and weird family, right? So what's
Yep.
going to happen is when I show this, I'm going to go back afterwards and scrub it.
hey,
So if you're here, you get to see it. If not, well, you're going to have to wait until the series drops, the full thing. What do we got? We got Mid Ohio is over here. We got Tommy, can you see me? Well, you can hear me, right? Oh boy, that brings back memories, Dave.
Tommy, can you see me?
Yeah.
If you think of a song.
That's right. Octo. Welcome aboard, Rob Posey. My goodness, guys, there's a lot of people here. I'm afraid I'm going to miss someone. Lisa, I see Lisa out there. Goodness.
Is there a New Year's resolution for people to watch the show more this year?
I think there might be. Have you guys resolved to watch the show more? I mean, that's a valid question, Dave. All right. Jeez. Okay. So I got you all right now, and I'll keep getting you as you come in. Here's the deal, folks, new people. You're going to see some weird stuff tonight. You're going to see some serious stuff tonight. Okay. So there'll be times when we're dead serious, and there's going to be times when we're just having fun. That's just how the live works. If you have anything to say, we're going to put it up here too, by the way, questions, comments, all that stuff, because that's what we do here on this live. We try to include everybody. Think of it as a call-in show, but it's not really a call-in show because you don't call in. Does that make sense?
You comment in.
You comment in. Exactly. So my resolution, Lisa, was to finally catch that dang orb. There you go. Did you finally catch that dang orb though? Because you guys know how I feel about catching these orbs. I mean, I'm just saying. Speaking of which, we're going to actually be seeing a little bit about that later too. Oh boy, Dave, I got to ask before we get kicked off here and get started on this thing. How did the New Year go? How did Christmas go? How did all that go? How did the holidays go for you?
Mine's been a little more interesting. My wife's family, every single person got blasted with that stomach virus. There were 7 of us. I'm the only one that hasn't got it yet.
Oh,
so I'm last man standing.
Gosh, dude.
So praying I don't get that thing. It was awful.
I'm praying for you too, buddy.
We just celebrated Christmas last night.
Look, Peter Harris understands right there. Orb in a box.
Hey,
Orb in a box. Orb in a box. That might be a thing we send out to people next year. Who knows? It could happen.
It's a good song title. Orb in a box.
Orb in a box. Write these down. Write these things down, Dave. When we hit back into the studio, we'll do that. The old Art Bell days. Huh? What's that?
Do we have to pay out royalties though?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But you know what we will do? We'll give them some blessings. We might send them a poop log. I don't know. It's hard to tell what we'll do. We always give people.
And Joe knows poop logs.
He does, right? The old Art Bell days of the call in and no pre-screen. Those were dangerous days. Dangerous days, Cabin. Dangerous.
If Art Bell were here to be able to call in, that would be awesome.
I mean, you could always just dial up the office. You never know who's going to call in.
Yeah, could try.
Right? Man. Anyway, so folks, there is a little bit of news. We had some interesting stuff happen over the weekend. I've obviously been working on this retro show for everybody for about a week now. And thank you, Ashley. I always forget to say this. I'm glad you guys are looking out for us because, sometimes I forget what we do up here. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like and share of the video. It is free. It is 100% free. And that's one way to really help support us. I know you guys see these people, donating and sending in what we call the blessings. Well, that keeps us on the air. That keeps us on the air and it keeps us on the road. And you're going to see what else it gets us toward the end of the show when we show that clip because there's some really cool stuff. But yeah, definitely hit that like and share. That really helps a lot. Okay, so for those who don't know, we had a little incident I woke up to yesterday morning after, working and putting the show together. And I do a lot of stuff for this show. You know that, Dave. Joe knows
Absolutely.
that too. Yeah. Everything you see, all the art, all the graphics, that's me. We, thanks to you, can now get a licensed material, which we use. You'll see those in clips, like the clock thing you saw, all that stuff, so it takes a little bit of burden off of me, which is great. But you know what didn't take a burden off of me was back before July, I was contacted by Stan Gordon, and who told me I need to make a special something for the anniversary of Kecksburg, the 60th anniversary, which
It was very
just
special too.
Yes, that was just this past December. They had a big deal right up there. And apparently, Dave, they had the news media there. They had a certain print, which was made that was laying on a table. See, there it is right there. Let me just hang on. I'm going to blow this up for you. All right. Let's blow this up for you. So you see that? Someone took a picture of it. It's really badly distorted. No, let's notice that. It says Wright-Patterson Air Force Base right there, right? In big bold letters. Well,
that's a real photo. That's you right there in the photo.
Oh, geez, man. So, yeah. So what happened is I woke up to a post, and I'm going to show the post. I don't normally show posts from other places, but you know what? Someone stole our material, so hey, that's just how it is. I'm just saying, this is not what this was supposed to be for. This was never supposed to be something to fool anyone or, anything like that. But this is what happens, guys. It ends up on this website or on this Facebook group. And you can read it right there. And an image circulating online claims to show a bell-shaped craft allegedly photographed inside Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, sometimes described as being housed in the secret SAP facility. Some have pointed to markings on the craft suggesting non-human glyphs or even ancient Greek-style symbols. I would probably not say they were Greek-style symbols. I would probably say that those were more akin to Egyptian or Sumerian or, possibly, I don't know, a language that I made up a long time ago. Here's the ground in reality. There's no verified source, no official documentation, no credible confirmation tying this image to Wright-Patterson or any U.S. military program. Now, that's true. They're not lying. That is absolutely true. There is no verifiable anything because it's not a picture. It's not an image. And that is not the full thing. Everybody wanted to argue that it was an AI slop image. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys, because AI could have did this in probably, I don't know. What do you think, Dave? Maybe a second, 2 seconds, something like that.
Probably less than a minute.
Less than a minute, right? Probably two. Wouldn't you say less than 2 minutes? It could probably come up with a pretty good image.
Oh, yeah.
Kecksburg. Yeah. Yeah.
I created a new logo for my website that I'm developing within seconds.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So instead, no. This didn't take 2 minutes with AI. No. This took roughly somewhere's around 2 months because it's not AI. It is a actual 3D image rendered, modeled by hand. These hands, not AI hands, not robot hands, my hands. That's my work. I did that. It is not a photograph. Now, what's really fun about this is at the Kecksburg Festival this year, we did have our print out. There was 100 of these made, by the way, just to let you all know. Okay, there's 100 of those prints made, and they look like this. For those who don't know, see, well, there you go. See, they look like that. It's a full scene, full rendered scene. They have a 60th anniversary logo right here, which is a hollow foil logo. We ordered those to make sure that it was a special thing just for the 60th anniversary. You can actually see that right in the clip of that non-cropped image that was posted to X, where someone else apparently stole it or screen grabbed it. And it's theft, whatever. I don't care. I mean, They didn't use it with my permission and they misrepresented the work. But this is how it started. This is not AI. Again, this is an actual 3D modeled scene that took months to make. Okay. I'm just putting it up there because I want it on record to make sure everybody understands. It was never made to fool anyone. It was made to commemorate an event. Okay. That was it. Anyone else who is saying anything else other than that is misrepresenting my work and the true nature of what it was supposed to be for. That being said, sorry about that, guys. I had to go on that rant because, but Tommy did point out something to me, Dave. He said, you know what? Apparently, if your art can fool AI, you're doing all right because because Google Lens said that it was a what did they say it was? An antique copper pot. It doesn't appear to be AI. It appears to be an antique copper pot. Well, they're right.
Well, it's kind of like when some of my photography photos, a couple of them, you put them online. People on some of the public sites, people are like, "Hey, that's this is fake. That there's no such thing as space."
Well, no, there's no space. Yeah. It's all an illusion. Everyone knows this. Yeah. Dave, where have you been?
I've been told I'm an accomplice with NASA for some of my photos.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
And I'm not making that up.
Oh geez. Did everyone else get their poop log? Mine disappeared somewhere into the Christmas portal. Oh no, Jen. Yeah, guys. Did everybody get the ones that Joe sent out? If not, we're gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, I know that it was a bad time to try to get those out. So I'm sure some probably did get lost in the mist. Looks like Ada got hers. I love my log. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, my sense of humor is just bad. The thoughts are going through my head.
Oh, it's okay. I haven't seen mine yet either. So wait, look here. Just No Hippie hasn't got theirs yet either. All right, guys, we got to keep track on these things and figure out where they're at. For real. They are out there. That's all that we can say. Okay. Octo, people be stealing. Yeah. It was a great festival. And you were the first timer, Gary. That's cool. It's a great festival. I'm talking about the Kecksburg Festival, Dave. Hopefully I'll be back up there again this year. That was a lot of fun. We love that thing. It's just getting bigger every year. And you know what? That'd be hilarious if it wasn't so sad and infuriating. Yeah. It's still hilarious. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from the artist part, yeah, it kind of infuriates me. But from just me and knowing how humans be humans, and you know what I mean by that, Dave.
I think it's kind of impressive the fact that the person or over that page that used it, thought it was good enough to use the.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It really is funny because, like I said, while we were up there, we had people come to the table, and Maria had to explain to them because they wanted to know how we got that photo. It's not a photo. They were like, "How did you get in the base to get that photo?" We didn't. That's a 3D render. I had to literally pull it up on my phone and show them the grayscale image that I just showed you guys. If it wasn't for that grayscale image of those 3D models, I honestly believe these people would think that this was real. It blows my mind.
You got to do a new one, but it's got to be S4, and you have to put yourself in the photo and put it out there.
Dude, we are in so much trouble. You've got people who believe everything they see, and then you've got other geniuses who want to tell you everything's AI. I mean, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Octo, yes, I used to get sick every year. Yeah, there you go, man. It's that time of year. All right. Oh my God, Lisa. I'm sorry. I did not see that. Lisa right here for the greater good. All right. You know what? For the greater good, I think we just unlocked the new one. So let me go over here And I'm going to do Joe's job because he's not here. So y'all bear in mind. And when he gets here, I want everybody to heckle him, okay? For real.
Well, you saw what I put in the comment log, so they have a name for him.
Okay.
When Joe comes in, we have to call him Poop Log Joe.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be his nickname for tonight.
That's his new one. All right.
Thanks for being late.
Okay. Well, let me get your new blessing loaded up here, guys, because I don't see it.
Joe's gonna kill me tonight.
I don't know. He's pretty laid back with that stuff at this point, David. You know that. So
I don't get to mess with him often, so this is a perfect opportunity.
It's true. It's true. All right. Let me get the blessing up here for you guys. Clips to use. Here we go. New Year blessing. That's what we've got. Enjoy this. This was a fun one. Again, no AI is involved. This is actually modeling and compositing. Oh my God. Really? Modeling and compositing? That takes so much time. Yeah, it does. But you know what? You guys are worth it. And that's why I do it. And I'm not kidding. I literally disappear into this room for hours at a time just to make little stupid short clips like this because of those people who donate and keep us on the air. And, you know, it's the least that we can do, for real. I'm not kidding. So enjoy this. This should work. There you go. And Dave has been abducted just like that. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, you're back.
Here.
You're back. Okay. And the music there, this to give proper credit to the music, that was Relics from 2020, the New Year's show.
That sounded familiar.
Yep, that was us way back when we actually played out in public. It's been a long time. Oh man! All right, I am going down the list here. All right. Oh, I know. Dude, this is just how it works. When you're a content provider, you know the people who appreciate your work, and that's who you make the stuff for. It's just like back when we were playing. I mean, come on, Dave. You remember how many times we would play, right? And I'm not kidding you, folks. Not kidding you, folks. We would go out there and we would give it all, as long as there were 3 or 4 people out there enjoying our music. It was just like exactly. Yeah, exactly. As long as there was 3 or 4 people out there dancing and having fun, we played for them. And it didn't matter if there's 3,000 or 3. It just didn't matter to us. And that's how it always has been and always will be.
And we'd clean up and be home sometimes 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh God, there was times we'd get home at 4:30, dude. It was ridiculous.
We had a lot of gear. We had a really good light show. We had, which actually you still have some of that gear.
I still have the gear. Yeah, we still have the gear. You know, one day, you never know, Dave. It could happen. I'm just saying. Might be
my
something.
massive drum kit.
You just never know, man. Ashley, where'd you get that real video of a UFO in front of fireworks?
It was a real UFO, wasn't it?
Oh goodness, you do that. Actually, honestly, that is the little S4 sports model that I modeled off of. It was modeled off of the back of the Testers model. You remember that when it came out, the one that they did, right, of Bob Lazar's, you know,
based on his description.
Yeah, based on his description. So that is modeled. That is a shrunken down version of that. And that's also the model that some of you guys have, because Joe turned it into a physical resin cast. So some of you guys actually have that model. Okay. All right. So let's get into this thing. Who's ready?
Yeah.
Let's go on a trip through time, everybody.
What goodness do you have, Ron?
Oh, I have a lot of goodness here. I mean, let's see. Let me remove this stuff here and this stuff over here, and let's go and look back at some of those stories from this past year, and let's see if we can figure out where we're going, because we've seen the patterns, right? There's always these patterns that we can notice. Spooky. Let's get spooky up here first. Spooky. Multiple blessings go out to you, my friend. I knows that pain. I'm in at 5 a.m. doing it. Yep, and whatnot, even on weekends. Yes, sir. That is absolutely correct. We do those things, and like I said, I could be doing other things, but I'm sitting here working on doing these little clips for you guys and trying to keep the show running. And man, 2026 was also the year that we broke the goal. We hit our 3,000 subs, and we're still over it. So if we continue to stay over it by mid-month, we're going to do a massive drawing, and you guys can get some really cool stuff. We've been putting together a little prize bundle, and somebody's going to win a really cool thing. You got to be present to win. So stay tuned for when that's going to be. Okay. We'll let you know. We'll let you know beforehand. But anyway, I don't want y'all just to be here because you're going to win free stuff and get cool stuff. Okay. Just letting you know that's not what it's all about. That's just an appreciation thing, because I know why we're here is because of you. All right. That said, let's go get some video footage here. You might want to, if for you folks listening with headphones, you might want to turn down just a little bit on this one, because I kind of rendered these out at standard cinema qualities as far as the loudness goes. So they're going to be a little loud. Just
like a rock and roll show.
Nice. Well, I mean, it probably won't hurt you, Dave. So let's go to group. We got Joe. Wait, hang on. Hold up. Hang on. Hold up. Look here.
There he is.
Look who has shown up.
Yeah, it's Poop Log Joe.
That's him. Joe, we have confirmation that several of the logs are missing in space and time. So we're
I know that Jen's was supposed to have been delivered today. Apparently it was delayed by weather or something, and Enzo's was in the same boat. But Enzo was supposed to have been, I think, tomorrow, and then the one going to the West Coast, that one was delayed by a few days.
Okay. Okay. So we should all have
three of them that were still in limbo as of Jen notified me yesterday or the day before, and I checked the tracking. Enzo's and Jen both had weather delays, but should be there by the end of the week. They're actually, Jen's was supposed to be in there today.
Okay. Well, we'll watch by next Thursday, and we'll see. We'll have a good idea of where they're showing up at this point.
But yeah, Enzo's the one to the West Coast, that one was delayed by a bit, and but that should be the only one that's really just late in general. But the others seemed to hit weather delays. Enzo's and Jen's, they were the only ones that went that direction. The other tracking, like when one leaves one hub, they just kind of scatter.
Yeah.
All of the other ones went east. 3 went east and 3 went west, but one went west by going to the Huntington and then flying from Huntington all the way to the West Coast.
Well, you just perfectly described why no one gets their mail during the holiday.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So yeah, it should show up this week, and definitely by Thursday. So definitely keep us up to date on that, because we need to make sure everybody gets what they
LR Miller said, did they go USPS? Did you say the secret incantation to make the? Unfortunately, I did have to use USPS for this one. The price difference for shipping, which was crazy because normally UPS is cheaper, because of the odd shape and weight. USPS was actually cheaper with their little one size ship boxes. Well, one size ship bags, because they went in bubble mailers, big heavy duty bubble mailers.
Okay. All right. Let's get this thing rolling. We've got a lot to go over. Yeah. We've got these clips to go over, and then as I told them, Joe, you don't even know this because I just made it public today. We're going to show about a little over a 4-minute clip of the new series.
Fantastic. That's the best news I've had all day, because
you're gonna like
the reason I'm late is a fantastic way to kick off the new year. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Physical injury is my favorite. No, me this time though.
No. Unreal.
It wasn't a poop log, was it?
No, I wish it was a poop log.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got one of my downstairs mix-ups about the size of a kiwi after getting hit twice. Enjoy that thought, guys.
I don't know what to say.
I'm not going to say anything. Well, I'm just going
I
to
have
roll
thoughts.
this next clip. So take us to the presentation room now that you're here.
You got it.
All right. So let's look back and then we'll look forward. Here we go.
Predictions. Knowing what we know, what do you think, Ron, is in the pipe for this coming year, being that it is just the 2nd of January for the UFO, UAP, NHI community?
Absolute mass confusion.
Or maybe there is something much weirder and maybe much scarier than aliens.
If it's not aliens, then it gets into territory that we
Don't want to go there.
This gets into the deeper theories and concepts of religion, and I think the history that we currently know, that some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things have, these energy things have,
Energy things? What do you mean?
well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have.
Look, the Bible describes angels as non-earth creatures. At the end of the day, that means they're alien.
There has to have been, and there's admissions that there was other creations that God made. I think that this can open up a bigger topic of discussion.
I mean, absolute mass confusion seems to be appropriate for what we just went through. And that's just part of what we saw happen this year. There's so many more weird things.
Yeah, this Land of Confusion was, I think, the anthem for the year.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Bill Collins, that song, and then
There's that thing with Luna, there's that Grush and Luna where they possibly got a gun in their face before they went into that skiff.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that today. I don't know anything more about it. That's an allegation that I have heard, that there was threats, and we've heard that there was threats made to Grush. Actually, you'll hear that in a little bit in one of these. So I don't know anything more about it than that, other than what you just said. And I did see it show up today. So we're probably going to hear more about that stuff too. Take us back in the present, buddy. We got more.
Oh, is this the one where it goes
that's
into the Sarah McLachlan song and it plays all the times that we almost got something but didn't?
I mean, you never know.
For smart materials, like one of the things is when these materials, you'd be looking at them and you try and reverse engineer them, that they would turn to dust.
Things have been observed and recorded in ship's logs for over 150 years.
These people that are talking about the Younger Dryas Impact Theory are talking about a cataclysmic event that wiped out advanced civilization 11,800 years ago. Have you ever taken any time into consideration the possibility that human beings were a product of genetic engineering?
They have reports, they give them to us, and they're heavily redacted. They have photographs, they have film, they have footage. We've had sworn testimony to tell us that. And they've also told us this is not any of our enemies or our allies.
They're never going to give this up. These recent reports that have been issued by Arrow and now the repeated media statements by the former Arrow staffers, there's nothing to it. There's no information. There's no proof. It's stuff that we made up. It's disinformation that we spread out there. We created the story about Area 51. We created the story about nukes being disabled. That's all us. All the technology that people have been seeing in the skies around the world on every culture, every continent throughout human history, that's us. It's preposterous.
I mean, we watched this unfold, right? Yeah. And it was just like push and pull. Every week we would get some information, and then there would be disinformation behind the information. It was a massive lie sandwich, and it just kept getting crazier and crazier.
Yep.
It was one of the strangest cycles that I think we've been in since 2017. When the media first broke the whole UFO footage.
It was way stranger.
Yeah, it ate every free moment of news. And that was bizarre, general public wise. It was strange, like, oh, what, UFO? Oh, really? This is for real? This isn't, it was almost like the Roswell redux all over again,
Yeah.
back when Larry King was involved, and you had that month's buildup with Larry King and Stanton Friedman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, nothing, silence. And then we'd get stuff. And then there was Skywatcher.
Yeah, there was Skywatcher. That's right. You know what? There's actually, I think there might be some clips of them in here as well at some point. But yeah, you're right.
That one, there was a clip of him just a moment ago. It was Barber and the team was out there just in that last clip.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
It's been a little quieter the past month or so. I mean, there's stuff going on, but it's been been kind of quiet lately. I mean,
no, give it time. Give it time.
Oh, yeah. It'll blow up again.
Presentation mode for the third time.
I
told you guys I made a few of these. So let's see where we at. We're at number 3, right? Yeah. 3.
It's from an MQ-9 Reaper drone off the coast of Yemen in 2024. 100-pound missile. It appears to simply bounce off this object rather than destroy it.
When I'm told something big as a football field is moving at 200 miles an hour underwater, when I know the best we have is around 30, and if something could travel light years, I mean, to me that's still almost an impossibility. But if something were to be here that had traveled centuries ago or millennia ago, and it had established itself one way or the other, to me that makes a lot more sense.
Keep all options on the table. What I know is these things are real. They exist. We've had them. Other nations have them. I know that in some way, shape, or form, they appear in a physical sense. I know that they have an interest in people.
Well, the secret's out. I mean, how many videos have there been already? Videos that are leaked from within the military and intelligence agencies and contractors and sensor platforms. It's out there. But they have the high ground. The people that don't want us to take it seriously dismiss it, discredit the witnesses, come up with a cover story. It's a game that's been going on a long time. I think that there's an attitude among the people that have been involved in this for a long time that the public doesn't deserve to know, and that the public probably can't handle it, but they can.
One is maybe that there is something we don't know about the human civilization, and maybe we had a few rounds already, and
so maybe there's a prior human civilization that was wiped out, as people like Graham Hancock talk about, the younger Dryas 12,500 years ago.
We stand at a pivotal moment in history. The question is no longer whether these events are real, but whether we have the courage to face them.
Truth.
Yep. Now,
true statement.
Popular Mechanics. This is related to this just past clip he ran there. Monday, Popular Mechanics broke an article where we humans have actually, for the first time ever, made faster than light travel for real, using a microscopic warp bubble that you've heard us talk about a ton. We've talked about these warp bubbles over and over and over here on this show for the last couple years. It broke. It was published. It was repeated. They made light travel faster than light by manipulating it and moving it through this manufactured warp bubble.
And I've got to tell you, we're going to hear more about this in the coming years. We're going to talk about this in the prediction section. So you guys definitely want to hold on for what's coming. I'm telling you, when we get into the predictions this year, buckle up.
That's some serious physics.
This is serious physics that has serious repercussions for humanity, is what it has.
This is a big one too that has serious repercussions for humanity. So Donna Ho says, just when we get to the point of exposing the truth, with all this technology, CGI, AI, now everything can be labeled AI, especially the truth.
Yep.
We just seen that happen this week. Ron, talk about that.
We saw it. We saw it. We did. We talked about it. We went over it. We had a
Oh, you already covered that? Okay, good.
We had a grand rant over it. It was wonderful, actually. You should have been here for it. You'll have to go back and watch it.
Well, it was the original post. I gave the original poster from X the opportunity to credit the artist or credit the artist and the business or remove the post. Post has gone off X.
Nice.
So instead of actually crediting it and correcting the narrative, he chose to delete it. I extended the same exact offer to Paranormal Warehouse, and Paranormal Warehouse has yet to acknowledge the message or do anything over on their page. If you notice, they haven't even liked or commented back to any of either of our posts and comments on that thread.
No, and I've commented a lot, and I also posted a lot of links to people to go check out the videos and where Stan was actually talking about it, and we actually showed it on that episode. So
Paranormally ghosted Joe.
That's fine. I mean, if they want, if they're okay with us posting, over there, let's call that royalty and let's be done with that. Right? That's what it is. So if you're going to use our content, we're gonna do that, and we can all be happy.
Now.
We can all be happy about that. We'll just use it for marketing, and that's the royalty. So it doesn't matter. So anyway, what are we at? Number 4? We're at number 4, right?
Number 4.
Yeah, take us back in. Video number 4. Oh, does anyone remember this? I bet you all remember this.
All indications, like all of them,
raise your hand if you remember,
is that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe.
I mean, it played out. What can we say?
Not 3-Eye Atlas, probably either. Probably a different craft.
Right. Right. Well, the thing is that already came and gone, and there was way too much fuel towards it being a natural object of some sort, maybe unnatural to us, but natural in its environment.
Yeah.
There is new news today, though, Joe. Did you hear about?
Oh, there is.
There's new news came out. Abby's got some. I don't know if he's posted a lot of it yet. Yeah.
What?
I remember that 3-Eye Atlas. There's a third jet on it now, and they're actually the pattern on it is like it's like a perfect pattern, like a triangle. The way the jet, the main jet was coming out pointing towards the stellar. It's still pointing that direction, but like they're perfectly triangulated now. And even Abby has come out and said, "This is not a comet." Now it doesn't mean it's a spaceship. It's just
not.
I don't think it's an actual comet.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
So what do we think this? I mean, so what do we think this thing is? All right, that's the question. It's obviously not a mothership. Let's just call that for what it is.
So like Dave, you being the our resident astrophysicist, astro enthusiast.
Yeah, enthusiast. You're an astro enthusiast.
There we go. What do you speculate?
As far as 3-Eye Atlas, I still think it's. I still want to say it's natural, but some of the stuff that's happening is really interesting. I still side with it's an object that's new to science.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that's what I'm asking. Do you think it's a comet at this point?
Well, Abby is the true professional scientist, and yes, he gets a little. People think he could be a little extreme on some things, but that being said, I mean, I've not heard what other scientists have said between NASA and different observatories. So I don't know if anyone else is saying this is not a comet or if it's just Abby at this point. Before I would even really want to make an opinion on that, I would want to hear what other scientists are saying if they agree. Well, yes, it's not a comet because of what it's doing.
Well, hopefully we'll get more before next week on this.
And the fact that it has a new jet on it, though, it's like it's outgassed, but there's no heat to make it do that.
Go ahead, Joe.
this might just be the crazy in me, but like I tend to really appreciate scientists in the modern era that get labeled as mad scientists by the bulk of other scientists.
Yeah.
Because it takes some intestinal fortitude to step out and not like in crazy, like crazy outlandish claims.
Yeah.
But in circles where people should be relatively open to the unknown, especially being astrophysics. Astrophysics is the least known physics that we have.
Yeah.
The majority of it is new and being learned on a daily basis. We're adding to that pile of knowledge, but we so quickly we have all these people that shout down ideas way too soon just because it goes against their theory, and a lot of that in turn is because their theory previously was the accepted theory, or they aligned with the previously accepted theory, at which point it kind of makes science religion.
Yeah.
And now you have denominations within science. So how's that make you science people feel?
Yeah. I mean, no, you're not wrong. I mean, that's exactly what it is. And you see them breaking off, right? And they create their own little school of thought. That's the same thing.
Yes.
We're just going to label it for what it is, because we've got to, I'm telling you, no predictions yet, but labels are going to come into 2026. Just watch. Noah put a $5 blessing up there. Make sure there's a blessing that goes up for that. You haven't seen the new blessing? Well, we're going to do it. You know what? We're going to do it. So hang on a second.
I got them up. Which one? There's two new blessings.
It's down at the bottom. It says New Year's blessing. There we go. There we go. And Ashley was very impressed that I managed to get real UFO footage to put in front of those fireworks. Nice. Yeah, I know, right? That's right.
You know what, Ron?
What?
I wanted to give you my best educated guess. 3i Atlas. And I'll leave it, and I'll drop that one.
Drop it. Okay, go.
I have an opinion.
All right. Want to hear it?
All right, 3i Atlas. A new jet appears on it. It's not near the sun. It's obviously far away from the sun. The heat would normally cause that to happen. I think there is something personally internally happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a rock that's got there's a core. There's something going on inside of that thing that's causing this.
Pop rocks. It's pop rocks.
Maybe. Never know.
No, but seriously, it's kind of like pop rocks, right? Because that's how pop rocks work. So
Skinner here, he said what basically I've been saying the whole time. You know, I agree with this statement 100%. It's natural where it comes from.
Exactly.
It's not natural that we've got an understanding of.
Exactly.
It's paranormal.
It's para-normal, not paranormal in the singular word.
It's outside the normal.
Yes, literally outside the norm because of our lack of understanding. When it comes to interstellar objects, science is literally ignorant, and ignorant in the purest form of the word to what it is. The best that they can do is spitball until we grab one of these things.
You know, the smartest thing you can say, honestly, the smartest thing you can say about an unknown anything is, I don't know. That is the smartest thing that you can say until you have the data. Even when you have the data, because we still have to say, I don't know.
And it's hard for them to say that a lot of times.
Oh, it is. It's terrible.
But it makes people who are intellectually superior feel inadequate to say, I don't know.
That's because ego is involved.
Yes.
LR.
Like Graham Hancock.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
Okay, guys, let's head over to the presentation room once more.
Before we do that, because the Pop Rocks thing that you said, we've got a couple people who are kind of agreeing with it. And we don't know what it's going to do. And Jen,
you're right.
mentioned here, there's a real possibility maybe 3i Atlas will go boom in our solar system on its way out.
I mean, it could.
Like with all this ejecta that's currently forming, we now have a triangulated ejecta that's occurring. And I'm more favored into calling it ejecta rather than calling it tails at this point.
I'll give you a good example. I mean, the recent studies on the moon, even though that for all these years they thought the moon's just a dead rock, but now they're starting to think there may be actually some internal things going on inside the moon. There might actually be it might actually be alive more than what they previously thought.
Right. It's not a dead world. What you're
saying. And so you're saying, like, when you say alive, you mean like not necessarily tectonically alive, but geologically alive. Like there's actually activity and something going on.
Yeah. There's still because they've been. I wish I had the article. I should have actually got it because you just made me think of it. But they've seen some things that are making them believe that. But that really, it'll be a matter that somebody has to be there, and they're going to have to actually drill and to prove that, I think. But my point being, though, if that's the case with the moon, and it still could be a living thing, so to speak, then 3i Atlas, being unknown of what it actually truly is, it could be a similar situation where it's a living rock, so to speak.
Yep.
Where it actually has something going on the inside of it because it's so huge.
Yeah, like Teresa said, xenonormal. I mean, there you go, foreign normal. I mean, that's it.
That fits it perfectly.
Yeah, but will it explode? I don't know. I think that the farther it gets away, theoretically, if this is what's happening, it should stop because the coldness of space should take place. It should start going back into its deep freeze state, and all those exhausts, and I call them exhausts because that's what they are. They're exhaust plumes. Doesn't mean they're coming from an engine. It means they're coming from within. Just, you're heating something up. It's giving off whatever.
Unless their passage by the sun heated something up to the point that it turned back into a catalytic stage.
So a chemical reaction.
And now we're having these chemical reactions that could actually detonate.
So there's another good possibility that no one's really thinking about because we don't know.
I'm a space scientist, Ron.
No, you're a UFO scientist. All right, let's go to the presentation again. Presentation.
Here we go.
What are we on? 5? Is this right? 5, right? Ah, yes, 5. My very favorite one. Do see at some point it getting so big that you can't cover it up anymore. I see a point coming to where someone at some level is going to come out and they're going to have exactly what all the skeptics are asking. Everyone's prove that you're this, prove that you're that. And it's going to be to the point of, well, okay, it is who they say they are. This is the credentials. These are the credentials. And we can't deny this anymore.
And now what was then crazy has become something of a unifying topic for lawmakers from both sides of the aisle, to the point where a brand new documentary is being released today about all things UAP, and it's all featuring officials from the very highest levels of the U.S. government. The documentary is called The Age of Disclosure, and it tells the story of an 80-year global cover-up.
Some people claim it would cost them their lives if they spoke out about these things.
What happened to Dave Grush after he filed his whistleblower complaint? It was before he ever testified.
Right.
What happened to Dave Grush is he got harassed and intimidated, both him and his wife. He got harassed by someone in the National Reconnaissance Office, and then he got physically harassed.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
We're in a secret arms race.
Yeah, it's arguably the most shocking of the reveals that there is this high-stakes secret Cold War race to reverse engineer technology of non-human origin.
It seems likely the Air Force has either carefully marshaled all of its UAP data into an obscure, highly secret, quote, WAVE special access program that even the chair and ranking members of the intelligence committees are not cleared for.
Knowing what I know now, I'll have to answer that question in a skiff probably.
Okay, you said in your testimony earlier with the chairwoman, you know other things. I guess that has to be mentioned in a skiff.
It would.
The other things.
It would, pending I'm even legally allowed to speak on, and the people in the room are even legally allowed to hear it.
Knowing you testified to Arrow, are they obfuscating when they claim to have discovered no evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activity, or technology, and are they lying to the American public?
As I said before, it's a manipulation of the public perception. The statement, scientific evidence of extraterrestrials, is a true statement. It is not the truth about what is happening and what we have.
Another thing that I heard that gave me chills was that someone involved with a recovery interacted with a non-human being that was dying and heard thoughts in his head that said, you humans don't know your full potential.
I mean, yeah.
I'd have been like, all right, man, tell me, wax on, wax off. Let's get this going. Full potential.
Yeah. Well, I think
I want to levitate rocks and drink space milk.
Well, I think that's the problem. Right
like
there.
Skywalker?
Yeah, exactly.
Problem right there. Legally allowed to talk about it, legally allowed to hear about it. Yeah. Well, because who determines that and why? What are they really covering up? It's not spaceships. I'll just tell you right now, it's not UFOs. This is not about UFOs. It's not even about aliens or an alien life. There's something else going on here. Something a lot more
well, to really get into the nitty gritty, I think the ultimate first thing is we have some stuff that somebody's got a lot of splaining to do, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out a way to get around the splaining. So they gotta escape that, but then there's implications to the existence of these things. There are severe implications because, and I'm not saying that all ancient astronaut theory is fact. It's part of the word theory, right? So it's part of it's ancient astronaut theory, not ancient astronaut
fact
theology, or it's just theory. What if some of it's right? What if some of the theories more than just spitballing ideas, and that there's something that has happened in our past that would damage belief systems? Maybe not, though. What if it happens outside of the belief system? What if let's just say that we still had all this stuff, it has absolutely nothing to do with faith, theology, anything like that, but there's just been intervention. There's been contact. It might not have anything to do. It might not be misinterpretations of angels. It might not be misinterpretations of seeing jinn or seeing other spiritual entities. What if it's just a grab bag of all of it, and these things showed up like, oh, hey, look at these guys. They're like running around. They're extremely primitive. Why don't we give them something to make life easier? Here's this. Go see what you can do with it. Like, figure it out. If you figure it out, fantastic. That means your brain's on a level to be able to operate it. If you can't, we'll come back. We'll come back with an instruction manual later. But let's just see if they can figure it out. I don't know. Like there's a lot that could be looked at.
It's a lot of what it is.
That could be talked about that we don't have time in a single episode for. But you guys have heard us toy around with it. You've heard us talk about certain things and take things in certain directions just to open people's minds up to the possibility that there's something else going on.
Oh, we're going to show that.
What if it's like that? Yeah. What if and that might just be too much for people to handle, that we didn't do it alone.
What you just said.
Did you guys, I'm not sure if we shared it or talked about in our chat. I mean, we probably have, and I just don't remember, but I saw recently this past week, there's some more information coming out about the underground below the pyramid.
Yeah,
that's right.
They've got 2 more teams that have done some scans.
That's correct.
They're showing there is definitely something under the pyramid.
Correct.
Massive.
100% correct.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago here. We actually brought that up on the show.
It was a Japanese team this time, right?
What is it?
Wasn't it a Japanese team this time?
Yeah, it was a Japanese team this time, and then there was also another team from it was another country, I think Switzerland or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was a European country and in Japan, and they validated not necessarily what the previous team theorized, but both. Now you have like 3 different scans, and they're all coming back like positive.
There's something
I
there.
guess he's been very quiet about it too.
Yeah.
That Egyptian head.
Well, there's a reason.
He's
quiet. Yeah, he's quiet. Jordan, we see it. We thank you. Engage.
We appreciate you.
Engage the
Here
blessing.
comes ye old Sky Daddy. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then Octopus says, oh, hey, look at all the ancient theories were correct and scientists and authorities were wrong all along. Anyway.
Right. Ashley says, praise him. Yep. And the great blue beam, which brought him to us.
Right.
Let's not forget the great blue beam.
Blue beam used it.
Yes, he brought it. They brought him to us. All right, take us back into presentation mode, my friend.
You got
because now we're going to be talking a little bit about one of our things that happened this past year that we kind of predicted as well. We said that, orbs, and 2025 seemed to be the year of the orbs, at least for us.
Yeah.
But it was also that for everybody else. And they also kind of figured out something that we had been saying since 2024, that you don't see these things all the time.
We found out may not be visible.
Right. They can range anywhere from the infrared spectrum to just thermal heat signatures, or something that is, just showing up faintly.
Exactly.
Because any conventional aircraft that would fit in the other 2 buckets should at least show up. You should be able to see it with your eye, and you should be able to see it on radar. You should be able to see it in thermal, EO, IR, and some of the first things we observe are it looks different or it's not even visible.
That's what I don't understand, is how come you can see this object with the thermal camera and the hyperspectral camera, but you can't see it with your human eyeball?
The class 4 is your orb. We've only seen it in infrared, but the class 4 seems to only come during certain activities.
We looked, 12 o'clock right in front of you, we look and we can't see anything. Like I said, flat desert, no cover, no concealment. We've got night vision, a lighter 800 meters away. You're going to see a lighter with that night vision. We see nothing.
This might be some kind of signature management.
We're looking for stuff on sensors, right?
Right, real sensors, actual measurable, yes.
Yeah, we're looking for stuff, and all of a sudden, stuff's there. Previously, before we had the gear to see it, it could have just hung out as long as it wanted.
could have been there, yeah.
But now, again, if there is that consciousness link, if that's actually happening, previously when we're looking around in the sky, we're not seeing anything. Those things could have just hung out. But all of a sudden now we're like, hey, what's that? Oh, crap moment. And this thing darts off because it doesn't want to be seen. Does that mean it doesn't want to be seen? Or is it a mission accomplished? I'm out of here now.
And for those who don't know, that aired earlier this year. That was toward the end. Larry hasn't even seen his clip yet.
He hasn't.
Wow.
Thank you, brother. You, sir.
Multiple.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Once again, music credit goes to Relics, that old band that me and Dave used to play with and have a lot of fun with until it fell apart. Anyway, God, you know, we aired that. I think the last episode of Horizons aired middle of the year, right? And it just got better and better toward the end, and it just seemed like everybody was coming to these same conclusions. And the conclusion was that there's something there. You can't see it all the time. And then we started hearing it from other people, other sources, like you just heard there. And that's become a constant thing. We've talked to so many researchers at this point who have literally echoed it multiple times to us now. How many of you guys
is us, and for the longest time it was us and Hellbent Holler.
Yeah.
We're the only people talking about it. Then you heard about it on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep.
And then Skywalker comes out, and then News Nation starts getting all these people coming out of the woodworks that nobody's ever heard about. It's like, oh yeah, we were doing this and we saw this, and it's stuff that we've already been saying for over a year to that point. So
the validation is there.
Yeah.
And according to Gary Nolan, that's repeated instances of data. That is a phenomenon.
And it's according to his metrics, we actually now have a template thanks to Gary. We have a template for what Gary's research program actually uses to categorize and manage their data. And we're going to emulate that. And so much of the recorded video and so much of the phenomena that we've already captured fits into all that criteria and hits the highest marks for all of these actual real encounters.
Yeah. And you know, that's the thing about this stuff. You know, it does get strange. It really does get strange. There's just no denying that. And how strange does it get? Boy, we're going to show you here in just a little bit. I have, let's see, we got another clip here. No, let's see. Oh yeah. We got a little bit of that Paranormal Horizons research clip stuff on here for those who didn't see it. I want to show that. So take us back into the presentation. And what this is basically is another a little bit of validation that shows, you know, I think we're on the right track here, right?
Got one. I'm on it. This is a local gamma radiation spike. That was just recently, and that was our high. That's one of the new batteries. That shouldn't be affected because it was off.
It was
Whatever
off.
happened.
This was off. It went off completely. When we got it back on, it's fully charged. We can see the battery bar right now. Something shut the systems down.
Some just shut all the systems down.
I'm watching it.
1.61, 1.62, 1.61.
Interesting. It's such a consistent thing. And I'm really interested because all around the world, people are contacting me talking about 1.6 in particular, but also about 3 gigahertz. And nobody's explaining it, but often it's an indicator.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
This is fantastic. We got Tic Tac.
I got it. You got 2.
When Adam goes out, lays down, about 5 minutes after he's into his meditation, the sky lights up with thermal targets.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
And we showed what a satellite looks like.
Nope. It's not on infrared at all. It's only on thermal.
That's what I don't understand is how come you can see this object with the thermal camera and the hyperspectral camera, but you can't see it with your human eyeball?
For whatever reason, it seems like when he does his thing, we get action.
I went out to the field and I began to have a meditation that was CE5 based.
I won. There. You're on it. We got it. We have this one on record.
Speed is insane, guys.
Hey, do you see that black rim around it?
Yeah, I do.
What it comes down to is we have multiple instances of what can only be described as, I think you called it, call and response.
Yeah.
That's coincided perfectly with Adam sending a signal. He did it again, and we hit 30, and you hit it at the exact same time. In a case of absolute unreal synchronicity, right before finalizing this episode, News Nation broke the story about Jacob Barber, the UFO whistleblower who claims he was part of a program where he retrieved and transported UFOs. During this interview, he made another startling claim about a psionic connection to one of these craft and confirmed that psionic assets were used to interface with and control some of these phenomena. Our big question now is, are these the same egg-shaped craft that we have been capturing on thermal now for several years? And is this what Adam and others have been interfacing with? Others, so many others, have been interfacing with it. I don't think it matters, who you are. I don't think it matters, what you're signaling with. I think it has to do with what you're there, or why you're there, I should say.
Yeah.
Enzo, thank you. Godot. Yes, the audio was extremely loud. That was the prior warning that I gave. Maybe before you came in, I'm not sure, but I told everybody that the audio levels, for whatever reason, when I played them back in here, they were extremely loud, and I don't know why.
There was a new switch over in StreamYard effective today.
I don't know.
So there's some balancing issues. It's already been reported across the dock, but it was effective today. Bugs should be worked out by next week.
Bugs. I hope there are no bugs. Anyway.
It's not really bugs. It's more of they did a port, and the port wasn't like true 1-to-1.
I thought you meant bugs like mantids or
something. No, not this time.
Not this time. All right. Well, we have a special guest that's going to be joining us here, kids. We've got Ashley Hild over there from on Wednesdays We Talk Weird and all the other weird things that she does, and she's going to be letting us know what's going on the rest of her year. And then she's going to stick around, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to see what Ashley's predictions are for the coming year. This should be fun. Ashley, you there?
Ashley? Exciting. Hi, hello, happy new year.
Happy New Year to you too.
I haven't talked to you guys since last year.
I know. It's been so long. It's been so long. Anyway, folks, we as Ashley has said, like, share, all that stuff. I keep forgetting to do that for some reason while we're in the middle of these things.
We get in the swing of it, man. Like I think the biggest thing that got us was doing the actual production show.
Yeah.
We were trying to not get distracted as much. We need to start getting more distracted so we can remind everybody.
Yeah, we really do. We really do. But no, for everybody who's here, you're going to want to hold on, because before the end of this show, we're going to show something that's never been shown, and it's going to cause a lot of people to ask a lot of questions. It's going to cause a lot of people to say, "Oh, you're faking it," but that's okay, because you haven't seen the full clip yet, and you're not going to judge anything off a 4-minute clip, because there are hours of it that'll be releasing later this year. And hopefully very soon we'll get episode 1 out. We've got to actually go back into the studio and do some table work, interview work, before I can get the first episode out, because there's a couple of scenes that I really want to put in there. And, I think that it's going to be effective, and it's worth the wait. And besides, right now we're in the middle of the coldest part of the year. So we're going to, we'll get to it as soon as we get down to the thaw, basically. Anyway,
hey, speaking of distractions, guys, just hey, for Larry, maybe somebody make the comment. I'm gonna offer him a Soul Nebula photo I took. If you guys want to melt teams, where I can get with you, if he's interested.
Nebula. Okay.
Teresa says, I'm already in existential crisis due to a gate program rabbit hole. I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
Oh, it's gonna be
yeah.
good.
When it comes to the gate program, were you in it, Ash? Teresa? Because I was.
Anywho, Ashley, what has been going on in your world as of recently?
Yes, I have been very busy. I got a new co-host in the fall again, and so we've just been kind of getting her acclimated. Cassie is wonderful. If you guys don't know Cassie Morozen, she goes to a lot of these events. She sells a lot of really cool art, but she's never done podcasting before. So I've had to kind of not really train her, right? Because we're not really, it's not scripted. It's not make believe. We're just on there talking about weird stuff, but she's getting acclimated and she's done an amazing job. So that kind of, the show kept going the whole time during the whole search, which I don't know how I did it, but damn it, I did it. So
well, that's good.
Proud of myself for that one.
Speaking of which, you got to train them every now and again. Dave, hit your cameras. You're out of focus again.
That's my fault. I have another screen up here. My bad.
You're using the Bigfoot camera. Don't use the Bigfoot camera.
I use the cattle prod on
Larry.
Cassie. So if you need some tips for Dave, I'll send you over some brands.
Cattle prod. It won't work for Dave. Trust me. I've played with this dude for 30 years plus now. Nope, still not working, bud. Try again. No. Put your hand up. Actually put your hand up there.
Cover
the camera. Don't do it, Joe.
Yep, there we go. And then
now
bring
pull
it
it back slow. There we go. Magic. See, the things that we learn, and everyone, you can also, if you're doing your podcasts and your presentations and whatnot with live Zoom, whatever, and you have that issue, just do that. It's not magic. Touch the camera and pull your hand back slowly, and wow, it's amazing. It works every time. Anyway, David joined us in the fall as well, and which is very strange because we weren't planning on having anybody else on the show. We were just going to man it and be done with it, and possibly one day get like one of those Tesla bots or something. But
that'd have been great.
Yeah, right. And we still might, Dave.
It might happen.
It might happen. And if we do, you're gone. Because come on, come on. What everybody's going to tune in to see us with the Tesla bot. Come on, But no, Dave actually came on board because we needed somebody to address this 3i Atlas crap,
and then it just stuck in the news, so Dave got stuck here.
He worked out so well, though. He became actually really comfortable in front of the camera, and like I've said, it was a really good transition for him, and I think
always behind the scenes.
We'll probably keep him around. Probably going to keep him around for a little bit.
It's good to always we've always enjoyed having a third base here to bounce ideas off of, because it's all, everybody always knows, Joe's had Bigfoot experiences. They've seen UFO stuff. And then Ron's seen a ton of UFOs and a bunch of other stuff. And then, it's always nice to have a third voice that's equally scientifically minded as us, but can also, and is willing to push against just bad ideas.
Yep.
Because occasionally
a fresh perspective to things, and that's something. Now Cassie is my fourth co-host for on Wednesdays We Talk Weird, and what's nice is that
Dave is also our fourth.
That's weird.
Four
next thing we know, Dave and Cassie are going to go start a show.
Yeah,
I'm like, people are going to start thinking that I'm mean to my co-hosts. Why do you need a new one every couple years? But no, it's nice because then, with Cassie on board, then I can, not that I'm running out of ideas, because I'm definitely not, but when you do a weekly show that is research based, it becomes really daunting. So whenever you have a new person on, you can always rehash old topics, and it could be my lazy week. So that's nice.
And I don't think people realize, again, how much work goes into that kind of stuff. I mean,
right.
There's hours and hours. There's days of work just to put together just a simple little, a couple hour show like we do here, They have no clue. They have no clue. They look at it and think that we're just making this stuff up instantaneously somehow, and it doesn't work that way. There's so much that goes into this.
Like we're already talking about
absolutely.
next week's show actively.
What's that, Joe?
I said we're already talking about next week's show actively.
We've been talking about it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks we've been talking about it. So
I do 3 months of schedule in advance. So
we used to do that. We used to have we would do a 4-month plan worth of shows.
Yep.
And for the first couple years we did that, and then the news started taking some major shifts and it shattered our timeline. So we had to we have actually, like, in the bank, there's 18 shows left on one list that we didn't get to touch.
Yeah, there is. There really is. Yeah.
Horizons a year ago and just ran.
And Horizons came out and we had to drop the podcast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. When Horizons happened,
so the podcast is down to like maybe episode or 2 every month now, just to keep it going. Excuse me. And what we're doing with that is, which is really good for people, because sometimes they're over an hour and a half long podcasts. So if they're into just listening, works out great for them. But it's we've definitely pivoted a few times as we've gone along and kind of watch what the audience wants and so forth and so on. And you know what? I think the audience really,
you do. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And what the audience really, really wants, I think, what they really want is they want those predictions that this show has become famous for the past, how many years have we been doing this now? I don't even know.
This is our 6th year.
Oh, it is not.
This is our 6th year.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow.
There's so much information that we're getting nowadays. I mean, there's always been a lot of information, but now, like, a lot of times we're kind of retelling the information that's come out, but we have to decipher. Now I'm speaking for all of us, we have to decipher what we want to put out versus what we don't, like what's legit, versus what's garbage,
Oh yeah.
Or things that we can at least somewhat verify to a degree,
Oh yeah. There's a lot of verification that goes into the stuff that we put on. Well, I'm
not done talking about what I have planned for 2026. That was what I was doing in 2025.
Well, all right.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Interrupting you.
I have so much going on. Nobody just didn't care. I'm just kidding. No, I've got a lot happening. I'm rounding out my second book. Will be out this March. It is Your Strange Guide to Ohio, volume 1, as a matter of fact. I have partnered with cartographer Jeff Craig, who actually has a
map in black.
Ohio map, a whole map. Yep, does map in black for the whole United States. Because when I started writing it, I wanted to write about places that people could just go to. You just get in the car and go without having to consult anybody, without having to pay any money, and just go explore yourself and see what's out there. But Jeff had kind of already done that when he did the Hidden Ohio map. He made sure that these were all places that were open to the public that you could get to. And so I got with him and I said, well, I want to write this book, but I don't want to step on any toes. Why don't we just bundle the map and the book together? And he's like, yeah, totally on board. So that's coming out. It will be at the Frogman Festival, March, I believe that's March 6th. So that's coming up in Loveland, Ohio. Just follow me on social media. If you guys come to that, come get your book, come get your map. But I did something in 2025. I might have messed up a little bit. I spoke at the Mothman Festival. And everybody wanted to know what the next book was about. And I told them about the Ohio one, but I looked around and I saw all these disappointed faces. And I said, and after the Ohio book, I'm going to write one about Mothman. And everybody cheered and stood up and screamed and yelled. And now I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
See, you shouldn't have written a Mothman book. You shouldn't have did that. That was
going to write a Mothman book.
Now you have to. That's just how that goes.
Now I have to do it. Right. Exactly.
Right.
So, and which is something that I was always going to do, but it's just that
I
this
was
was
gonna
my
say, of all
baby.
people, how come you haven't? That would be my question. Like, I know why you wrote your other book. I know why you wrote the first book, but of all people, I've been hearing from you for years. I really expected you to come out with a book about Mothman of some sort. So
So I started in this community. The whole reason I have a social media, I have a podcast, the whole reason I have a social media presence, period, was because the reason why I got involved was because I was dating a guy who was making a Mothman documentary and he wanted me to help on it. We split up, and the information that I had found out to make that documentary, I'm like, well, people need to know about this. So I'm going to make the documentary. And that was my thing for a long time. That's how I ended up talking to people and just kind of networking. Hey, I'm making this Mothman documentary. I'd love to talk to you. And the documentary never got finished. And I mean, I have everything that I've ever filmed about it. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not a documentary filmmaker. I've never made a film before. And I'm not saying that I never
You
will
should just
put this
release it like
documentary out
found
there.
footage.
yes, you totally should. That's what you
Release
should
it,
do.
minimal editing,
Yeah.
minimal editing, and
That's
like
it.
Put it out there.
black screen with white type over
Oh,
it
yeah.
in certain areas. Just like for your transitions, just do that
Yeah.
and put it on
Just
YouTube.
pretend
It'd
it
be a
got found
hit.
somewhere in the woods.
It would be a hit
Yeah.
instant, just like that. It would be a
Just
hit.
put it out there. I
No,
might.
that-
I might.
yeah. No, I can.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know what I'll do with it yet, just because I don't know how to really tie it up. I don't know how to end it. Books are a little bit easier because I can do part 1, part 2. I guess I could do that with the documentary too. But again, that's just not my forte. I've never made anything on video before, so I don't know. But I had started working on a Mothman book in that time period, also, just kind of as my own little journal of what I had found out, what I was learning. But let me tell you the real reason why I haven't written a Mothman book yet. And you guys are going to be like, oh, I know it. It's because I have a lot of friends who were making Mothman books at the time, and I wanted to give them the chance to put their book out there and it have its spotlight. So, and now it's my turn. So,
Yeah, that's absolutely commendable, by the way. That's absolutely awesome. But yeah, I'm going to tell you this: if you've got something that is yours and you want to get it out, you get it out. You have just as much right to do that as anyone, friends or not. Your friends are always going to support you. You know this. Like, come on. I mean, we share your stuff every time you put something out there. That's how it is. Your friends will support you, and they always have, and they always will. Look at the people around here, for example. I mean, that's why we're here, right? Because we push each other and we help each other. So when it comes down to that, you get any more ideas in the future and you think, oh, well, so-and-so is doing it. Even if it's us, if we're doing something and I don't want to step on their toes, don't. Just do your thing. Do your thing. Say, hey guys, I'm going to do this. And we'll be like, oh, that's awesome. And we might even be like, here's something you hadn't considered. And that might work out good for you as well. So these are the collaborations that need to happen in this community, in my opinion, to keep moving it forward.
yeah. And I mean, none of these, I say it all the time, none of these stories are ours. You know, nobody owns them.
No.
There certainly are individuals who think they do own some of this stuff, and that's unfair. And I agree, because if any of my friends are working on Mothman stuff, I'm like, well, yes, let me know what you find out, please, because I'm hit a brick wall. I have no idea. You know. So I feel that same way, but I don't know. I just thought I can work on something else. I got plenty of stuff I'm working on. So, but that's the number one. And then the hope is to, probably not going to finish it by Mothman Festival 2027, but maybe. I mean, we'll see. I really need to take my time with this one, you know. And then in the meantime, I'll probably put out another Ohio book, because let me tell you, I wrote up so much. There's plenty for volume 2 already.
There you go. Exactly. And, you know, I also predict in 2026, like I've told you before, I've got a feeling you might get to see some weird stuff out there on the road with some people. So
You never
bear in
know.
mind.
All you got to do is show up, apparently.
It's going to be time for this to start. Dave was abducted, everyone, just to let you all know. So
he'll be right
Good
back.
for him. I'm jealous.
let's begin the ritual. And the ritual start. Oh, I don't have
Wheel
my,
of predictions. Turn,
don't-
turn.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Tell
have,
us the strange
it
things
at?
that will come.
What? That doesn't rhyme.
I know it doesn't.
It won't work.
I lost it. I lost it.
Ah, I don't see the skull. Oh well. Anyway, well that sounds weird for the folks who are just listening on audio. Anyway, for those folks who don't know, the skull is a crystal skull that I usually pull out here, and we do this little stick with. It's not a real crystal skull. It's acrylic. Don't worry. No crystal skulls were harmed in the filming of this.
He has real crystal skulls though. Don't let him fool you.
I do, but that's okay. Anyway, prediction time, Joe.
Well, how do we want to let Ashley go first, or we want us go first?
Well, I mean, she's the guest.
Let's do it, Ashley.
Let's hear what in the field of. Let's just go in categories, so it'll make it easier for us all. Okay, so you'll go first, and then Joe, and then I'll go. And if Dave ever gets back, we'll hear Dave. But okay, so we're gonna go like this. In just the field of cryptozoology, where are we going to go, particularly with the whole Bigfoot thing? Where are we going?
Bad connection for a second.
Okay.
I didn't hear literally anything that you said because
all right.
Everything was
So-
cutting in and out. But I think I'm back now.
That's the Man in Black. It happens. It's okay. In the field of cryptozoology, and particularly Bigfoot, where do you see us? What's going to happen in 2026, just in regards to that alone?
In regards to what? I'm sorry.
Just Bigfoot,
Cryptozoology.
Bigfoot, and cryptozoology.
Oh, cryptozoology. Oh,
Mhm.
gotcha. Oh, yeah. I don't really, honestly, I don't see anything big happening with Bigfoot. Unfortunately, I feel like that well has been a little dry for a minute. It needs some excitement. It certainly does. But Bigfoot itself, I don't think anything great is going to happen. However, I do see us being able to utilize extinct species being brought back. And because we've actually kind of seen a lot of that at the end of 2025, where all these little creatures that we haven't seen in so many years are suddenly making an appearance. And I do see us coming together as a community and showing people that that's cryptozoology. And that's why it's exciting. And that's why we should pay attention to it, because it is real science and not just blurry photos of trees and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, and I think
Speaking
that's-
of the creatures, the relict creatures, Ashley, did you see where last week they published about a cousin of the dodo that was discovered alive?
I have not seen that. Yeah, I have not.
Yes, they discovered a species that is related to the dodo, and now they're what was going to be a tricky step towards creating a dodo and de-extinction for the dodo is now going to be much more close to the actual dodo species than what it originally was, because they're going to be able to use genetic sampling from these creatures. So you have an actual living relative that they're going to be able to use.
Is it the same people that did the direwolf thing?
Well, yeah, those guys. I mean, that's who's doing all this de-extinction stuff right now.
Yeah.
They're the big guys doing it, and yeah, the direwolf wasn't quite a direwolf. It was a whole new species, but this is going to be going to be interesting, because the same group that was doing the direwolf thing, were their next animal was the dodo, and now that they've got this, it's going to be we're going to have an even closer representation.
Oh, Gary Foot's prediction right down here. The B's overtake the A's in the never-ending fight. Joe?
So
follow up
for Bigfoot. Ashley, I'll send you that article because I actually saved it. I'll send it to you. You can check it out. It's pretty neat. The article wasn't from the de-extinction people, but they've gotten a hold of some genetic material. So.
Now, I'll say I don't dislike those people. A lot of people really hate them, and I don't.
For ridiculous purposes.
Yeah, but I'm here for it. So send it to me for sure.
Yeah, I want to go work at Jurassic Park. So
You always have.
My prediction for the Bigfoot community and cryptozoology is exactly what Ashley said. We're not going to cryptozoology, I think, is now being reclaimed as an actual science by geneticists. I don't think we're going to see much traction on the Bigfoot stuff because it's already been 3 years since Darby Allin started the DNA study. And we've got Jack Diddley to show for it. Based off of a conversation that I got to have with him at CryptidCon. When I just said, you know, I'm not going to ask you about Bigfoot. This is exactly how I started the conversation. I said, I know everybody's been blowing you up, asking about the Bigfoot DNA thing. I've given up on it. And that's how I said it. And his facial expression did not change at all when I said I've given up on it. And that was part of the reason I said it, because I was taking a read on him. But when I said, what other species have you guys found in the waters that shouldn't be there? That is all of a sudden when his face changed. It went from just lackluster Bigfoot to, oh yeah, okay, well, there's actually some stuff going to be coming out about that here in the spring. and I was like, oh, can you tell me what it is? He's like, no, I can't say yet. He said, but there's some stuff that we have found that they're not extinct animals, but they're not where they're supposed to be. He said, especially if everything is exactly the way that these samples were sent in and everything and all the information is validated and confirmed. And that's what they're working on now, is the confirmation of some of that material and validating the exact locations it was taken from. Once that's done, they're going to publish what some of that information is, and it's pretty interesting. That part was exciting, but you know, I redirected it back to Bigfoot on purpose again, right? At which point the life just sucked out of him again. And he said, well, I'm always going to be a Bigfoot guy. But, and then we went on with the conversation. Always going to be a Bigfoot guy, but.
Well, there's always that but now.
And I'm right there with him. I'm always going to be a Bigfoot guy. Always going to be a Bigfoot guy. I saw something I can't explain. We've recorded data from stuff that we can't explain. I do not think it's flesh and blood anymore. At least not in the full context.
Well, and I think for the general public, I mean, the reality is that we need funding for this stuff. I mean, 1,000%. I can't say that enough. There's not enough funding into serious research. And, you know, you can't just, when you're talking about UFOs with someone, you can't just take somebody who knows nothing about UFOs and start talking about David Huggins, right? You can't be like, well, there's this guy who's had sex with all these aliens and had all these alien babies, because they're going to look at you sideways. You know, it's the same thing with cryptozoology.
Contrary
to
that statement, that's the first place I go, and Ron has seen it on multiple occasions. So have you heard about Crescent?
Oh man.
It's one of, and it has been my favorite thing to do to people for near a decade at this point.
It has been about a decade. Yeah, it has. It's been about a decade.
Jump right
but
into it.
as I've said multiple times, you have to understand.
But we need to make it smaller. And
you're dealing.
Go ahead.
Shut up. So you're dealing with a phenomena that does mess with people and their heads. So again, I'm not going to write this guy off, but I don't know. I'm not him. So there's that.
No, I really do think that Huggins experienced something. What that was, I don't know, but I think he did encounter something. There's some credibility to something.
Cabin Creek. That is not the statement I thought I would hear today. Yep, me either. That was quite the statement that we just heard, and I think history was made back there when Joe went all in on
Crescent.
No,
Well,
on
but exactly the point. You guys are into this stuff and you're shocked by these statements. So imagine what regular people who are not into this stuff, when you start talking about interdimensional Bigfoot, I mean, you're just blowing, you're speaking Spanish to them. They don't understand what you're saying. So we need to make it smaller for the general population so that we can get more people on board, so that we can get more funding, so that we can actually do this and research this for real.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And as far as, you know, the whole Bigfoot thing goes, as far 2026, I really did think that in 25 we would get some kind of answers.
Oh yeah, that's what we talked about on the last year's.
But we also said that if we didn't, that was also an answer. And
the exact words were nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. And the point being that I don't think it's there. I don't think it's there. I don't think it's going to be found. I'm sorry. That's just it. I've pretty much not given up hope on Bigfoot, but I've given up hope on anyone proving that this thing is a animal, that it's really out there hiding. Okay. I know you can hate that all you want. You don't have to like that message. I don't really care one way or the other. The data is the data. And the data says that if there was something there, we would have found traces of it by now. I don't care how smart it is. I don't care how incredibly good of a hider it is, or how its senses work, or how you think rather that its senses work. We don't know what it is. It's okay to admit we don't know what that is. The problem is people who want to go around saying they know what this is. They want to give it these rules. They want to give it these traits that fit, but they don't fit. They don't fit, because if they fit, we would have something at this point. We don't have anything. We don't have anything at all. I don't see that changing in 26.
It's so frustrating, man. Like, because when we first really hit the ground running, we were so excited, and I was super excited. I mean, and it sounds like it might have been forever ago, because for me, it did start a long, long time ago. And then it culminated in 2020 when we first went out and doing our first solo investigations. And you couldn't, in 2020, you couldn't have told me that this wasn't some kind of a creature out there. Now I'm still on the fence. Like, yeah, it's some kind of creature. Like, that's where I'm at now. I'm like, yeah, it's some kind of creature. I'm not 100% sure that this is some kind of ape that's cruising around the woods anymore, though. I'm not sure that it's even a relic hominid cruising around out in the woods anymore. I'm not sure that it 100% of the time cruises around in the woods. What I do know is that's where it's seen. People aren't seeing them, you know, in downtown Charleston. People aren't seeing them in, you know, walking across the street in Huntington or Morgantown.
In isolated places, what you're saying.
Right. They're not having these experiences and seeing a Bigfoot walking through the Easton Mall.
Right. Well, I mean, look at Jen. She says there's two types, you know, two kinds of Bigfoot, flesh and blood, and the other.
That's A and B. That's the conclusion we tried to come to satisfy
that's A and B
community. But
well,
now,
it satisfied us at the time too, because we genuinely we know that there's physical stuff there. We know there's physical something, but what is that? I don't think that's an ape. I'm sorry, I don't. Not anymore. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is
anymore. I can't put a finger on it.
Yeah.
I used to think that we could. I used to think that we could pigeonhole it into a specific permanency, but.
That right there. We should be. You're not wrong, Cabin. You're 100% right. We should be closer. We are not. And the data says that if we are not closer, then there's definitely something. Oh, look, the numbers fell off because we were giving Bigfoot a bad name.
A bad name.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're down to 13.
Mm-hmm. So that means
I
13
don't know.
of you
It was
guys.
that alien sex talk. I think people got a little weirded out.
maybe I don't know. So that means that 17 of you guys are back 20. Darn, we're back to 20. So 20 of you guys are probably going to get to see some really cool stuff that no one else is going to get to see, because what's going to happen at the end of this, for you who don't know, you're lucky. The ones who are here are going to get to see this. Everybody else is going to have to wait for it, because what's going to happen is immediately after this goes up, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to delete it. So this is something that you guys helped make. This is something that you helped fund. It's yours. And this is just a little sneak peek, like the original one. When it comes out, it'll be 4K. Yes, there will be commercials, because we don't do the member thing here. So you're just going to have to settle through that. But that's okay. It's going to be in 4K, and you can sit there and watch it and flip through it. And, you're going to find some stuff. You're going to see stuff that you're going to question. You're definitely going to question your reality after you watch it. All right, next question. We got to go there. The whole field of ufology, the whole field of what we just saw. What is the trajectory? Where are we going? What's about to happen? Joe.
Oh, man. The longer this goes, the more I lean towards catastrophic disclosure. Unfortunately, catastrophic disclosure combined with cults.
Ooh,
that is where I see this moving, and it's a very unsettling, very unfortunate, very frustrating direction. That is unfortunate. That is. Oh man. I see we've already been told by Burleson and Burchett that we will not be getting more witness testimony. The next hearing, if there is one, or next meeting, if there is one, will be of first-hand knowledge. That's all they're accepting anymore, because that's the only thing that's going to move the needle.
Yeah.
So with that said, if we get disclosure of any sort, it will simply be a "we are not alone." And we will just get that. That's all they're going to tell us. That's all anybody's going to come forward with, is just that we're not alone. And then we're going to have to sit with that information and digest it until we figure out why. That's all they're telling us. We know, you guys know, the most likely answer to that question is that there's been lives lost. And if there's been lives lost and they come out saying it, there's going to have to be accountability. If there's not accountability, there has to be amnesty. And if there's no amnesty, no one's coming forward. So if we get any kind of disclosure, it's, I feel, going to be in a catastrophic form. And by catastrophic, that doesn't mean, I don't mean like the Earth's going to implode. Our brains might. I don't mean that we're going to, it's going to be a violent show up, destroy things. It could be. But it will be something that no one can just say didn't happen. It's not going to be an etch-a-sketch kind of thing, where you just shake it really hard and the image goes away. This is going to be an etch-a-sketch you can't erase.
I think that's accurate.
So that is, I think, what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's going to happen in 2026, though. I think we're going to be edging towards that, and it's going to be a little bit more obvious that at least to those on the inside, that's what is going to happen. If we get disclosure next week, I'll jump for joy. because then we can just take a break, I guess. But
no, because disclosure is only the beginning.
Yeah, you got to figure out the rest. Who is this? What is this?
And that's where we're going.
It's just man. Yeah, I'm really not this. Unfortunately, unlike last year, I'm not as optimistic during the production time. Like I'm really like, oh God. Like,
oh yeah, it's gonna be rough. This is not gonna be for the faint of heart. No, I'm not kidding. There's
this year is gonna be a rough year for the high strangeness, paranormal, all that stuff. It's gonna be rough because you're gonna get pushback from everywhere.
Yep.
More so than usual.
Yep.
Because now if you're not one of the talking heads, no one's gonna give a rip.
Yep, it's true, because everyone is pretty much going to be coming to the same conclusion, which is what this phenomena seems to have been trying to do all along, honestly. But what does that mean?
Which could lead us to the cults part.
It could be. And that's the whole problem with it, right? Because, who needs a cover up when you can just say it's all cult nonsense, right? But you're right. There's something that it's building toward, in my opinion. The pattern shows that progression. We said it before. We'll say it again. And before we get to that, we've got to be okay with a few things. And I think that's what 26 is about. 26 is going to be the year where we have to learn to be okay with some things. And that's going to come from media. That's going to come from personal experiences. That's going to come from people like you out there who are okay with sharing your stories now when you weren't before, but now you are. So that's how this works. And I think that that's where we're going.
It's the Church of the Holy Serpent, Octopus.
Yeah.
Church we started that back in 2009.
Yeah, that was back. Yeah, a long time ago. That was back with the RTDS. That's right.
Yep.
All right, Ashley, 26 ufology. I know you're not as optimistic. So, what do you think?
She's not as optimistic. That there was optimism in either one of our.
I think there was optimism there. We know that something's going to actually happen. That's the thing. I didn't say it was good or bad. It's just going to be. It's going to be what it is. However you accept it. That's what we're here for. We're going to try to help you through that. But Ashley, what do you foresee in here?
Yeah. So one thing that I'm really into that might come as a surprise to some people because I'm usually pretty skeptically inclined, but I'm really into numerology. Because I do think that there is something to it. Our entire everything that we think we know about anything ever comes down to mathematics, and it is factual and to the point. And so far, in me following numerology in general, it's never been wrong. And what you might not know about 2026 is that it is considered a 1 year, number one. So the way that numerology works and how it applies to our life basically is you have a scale of set numbers. It's typically 1 through 9. Then you have 11, 22, and 33. And you take all these numbers, and how we get 2026 being a 1 year is we add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6. We get 10. Well, there's no 10, so we got to break that 10 down further. 1 plus 0, it's 1. So what happens in numerology is it goes through an entire cycle of 1 through 9, and then 11 is a master, right? So it's like you've gone through 1 through 9 and you have mastered your skill. Now it's up to you to go teach other people. And then there's something with 22 and something with 33, and I don't remember it offhand. But this is a 1 year. That's the point. Which is new beginnings, right? Fresh starts, leadership. This is a big thing. And what's interesting, and I'm not going to, I swear, get too much into it, single anybody out. But if you've been paying attention at all to politics lately, people are very divided. There was a lot of information that we're being hit with.
No.
I know, right? It's shocking. But there's a lot of things coming out, and I don't put it past our current administration to leverage UFO disclosure to get our attention away from everything else going on.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
we had talked about that 2-3 months ago, we shared
Any
it as, like,
administration could do it. I mean, that's,
yeah,
but
it's
right
easy. It's a
now,
scapegoat. It's a
Mhm.
scapegoat to say,
right.
While all this crap's hitting the fan, UFOs are real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shocking.
So, I think that just if people, have been paying attention to that type of thing, I think, I mean, if they're going to, now it's kind of the time to do it. And if they
Right.
don't do it, I think that would be a little bit more interesting, because I've just said it for a long time. Frankly, I don't think they know anything, and so they don't know how to present that to people. I think they have an idea, just like we may have ideas, but I think they know as much as you or I, who's super into these topics, right, and actually studies them. But I don't think they know much else beyond that. I think that sharing that information, we know there's something going on, but we don't really know what. Saying I don't know in this case to all the people in the entire world would have catastrophic consequences to them, and so they don't do it. They know better than to do that. But I don't know. So if they do know anything more than that, like I said, I don't put it past them to pull out that stop and go, hey, play the UFO card, and here it is. But I feel like it's going to validate what I believe if I get through the next maybe 5 years or so of life and nothing ever comes out of it. But historically, I've been calling it Project Blue Balls from the beginning. I don't think anything's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
I hope, but it's just, we're not there. I don't know.
Okay, so Ashley's on the UFO card in 2026. Joe's on an event in 2026. I'm
No,
on
not necessarily an event on 2026, but we're building
leading
to that
to the
point.
event, right? Leading
I
to
see more just to kind of condense the idea that I was getting to. I see more of a consolidation and division within the community occurring, which is going to break into cults of personality.
Bingo.
And then more potential, actually weird religious UFO cults.
Good point.
Bless 'em.
Yeah, well,
What?
we know people.
I was saying it's a 1 year. It's time to build. I mean, that's what this is the beginning right here. And
I like that.
if
I do-
anything else, that is, I agree with that.
I do like that. David, what do you see? What do you see in your magic ball here? What's going on?
I'm kind of a lot more on with what Joe's saying too. I think it's going to be a lot more of the same that we've heard in the past year, because they're kind of quieting things a little more. But I want to take it a step further too. I think that we're going to see a larger disinformation campaign going on, and I think it will involve a lot of AI. To the point that when it's going to take more people like us, individual people, everybody in this chat, to go out there and get evidence. I mean, to find the evidence and actually put it out there.
Yeah.
But the big issue on that's going to be government, whoever you want to call it, they're going to come out and start saying, oh, that's AI, just to try to disprove it, when it's not really AI, because AI is booming. It's going to boom bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's going to affect some of the potential for disclosure, or like the blatant disclosure, I should say. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
There's big government blowback with that. Yes. However, thanks to Gary Nolan's most recent interview, I'm going to be working on compiling our data into a sheet that we can send to him in the format that he uses to get the attention. Be like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. We're emulating and placing things into your workflow, the way that you process data the same way. Have a look, man.
Well, I'll say this. We're definitely in 26 going to get a lot more serious about the data collection part. We're done testing the theories now. Now it's about replicating the data.
Yep.
And proving
replicating the data more.
Yes, replicating the data more and proving the data. And you know what? I see 46 people are back out here now. So for you 46 people, you just tuned in to the right time, because we're getting ready to show something that no one has seen before, ever, except for the folks who were there that night. And this is a good glimpse into what's getting ready to happen. We're going to have our new series coming up here in 26, just probably in a few months. You'll get to see episode 1. And this will be on honest to goodness research. You're going to get to see it out in the field. Yes, it's entertaining, but yes, it's real research. No, it is not low budget. What do they call it? Skinwalker Ranch. Is that what they called it?
They call it was low budget Skinwalker Ranch. This is not low budget Skinwalker Ranch. That's correct.
No, this is Strange Realities, and
This
what
is
it is
100% genuine Trash Panda Farms.
Trash Panda Farms. That's it. Yeah, this is it actually is at Trash Panda Farms. No, this is our research. This is documentation of it. This is not Paranormal Horizons. This is way beyond that. There are things that happened out here that I'm still trying to figure out, and that's why we need replicable data.
What do you guys think?
Wow, that's what I'm saying. So I'm very excited to see the rest of it.
Ron, you're muted.
So I want to get this because this was beautiful. Why are you guys digging around in there? Are you nuts? Could be a giant snake in there. Dead. You have no idea. Joe's a master naturalist. Not only that,
not just that, but I used to keep giant snakes and I love giant snakes. And had we found a giant snake, it would have been the coolest thing in the world. Because I'm the guy that goes out into the forest specifically looking for copperheads and rattlesnakes, amongst other things. And I've got tons of pictures I can show you. It's great.
No, don't. We don't have time for the pictures of the snakes. Please do not. But no, for real.
We're equipped to deal with snakes anywhere we go. I've always got a good snake hook with me nearby.
We raised reptiles. That's how we got started. We were reptiles.
Yeah, reptiles that don't suck. And now Ron's got a giant snake in his basement in an enclosure that I built.
I do. Yeah. And she's not giant. She's only like 6 feet, something like that.
Yeah,
she's
6.5, something.
She's a little girl, but very happy. But the thing is, it would have made his day. You have no idea how much it would have made his day if we would have found a snake.
Because that was on my birthday too. I'd have been really stoked.
Oh, I know. He would have been happy. It'd been like a snake for my birthday.
And then Lisa at Joe, let the giggles begin. Yeah, you heard it there at the end, didn't you? Then Larry commented, Ada said, "I love this."
Thank you. When did I pick up my tickets for this ride? Well, the tickets are going to be free. It's going to be right here.
Right.
This is going to be right here on this channel, so you'll get to see it. Every one of you who wants to see it will see it, and it will be, like I said, in 4K. I don't know how long the episodes are going to be yet. They will be probably right around a little over half an hour or something like that. They're going to be good. There's multiple parts, and it's not just going to be Wineberry. This is going to be a follow-up to some of the places you've seen and places you haven't seen. And then we're also going to hit the road and talk to some people out there who have had these experiences. So if you really have any of these, if you want to be part of the disclosure, this is how you become part of the disclosure. This is what we're doing. And again, you guys funded this. This is yours. So,
good times.
Yes, it is. It is very good times.
Yeah, it's super cool to see that little bit of footage and to see y'all's reaction. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are looking forward to that as much as we are.
Yeah, it was very fun. We had some very interesting interactions, to say the least. I do not know, like I said, from this point, we've looked at a lot of that data and how those things happened. What you saw was that's how it happened. And we still scratch our heads trying to figure out, why. We've talked to people who are in, radio intelligence. They gave us actual, instead of debunking it, they actually gave us data that said, well, one time this happened, and that really makes me question what I witness now. Okay. It's weird. It just gets weird, and it's a part of our strange reality. So that's part of that's the mythos of the name, right?
And highlight what's his name? Cabin in the Creek Forge. highlight their comment, because what
Where's
they're
that?
saying.
Oh, I see
This
it.
one?
Yep, that one. You know what they're saying? They met Joe and then went and had a crazy night. I mean, that is it's so valid. When you start putting this information out there and you expose people to it more, and you start, like what you guys are doing, and really walking them through the process of how it starts, how it happens. It's weird. Does it prove anything?
is.
Yes and no. It doesn't matter. It spreads to you. It spreads to the audience. And then you guys watching end up having these crazy experiences. And we need you to talk about them with
And
us.
I
With
think
people like
part
us.
of that has to do a lot with the awareness.
Yeah, it
So
does.
many people during certain experiences, hauntings, UFO experience, Bigfoot experience, religious experiences, their
Jamie.
perception and awareness is singular, right? It's focused specifically towards what's happening right then, right in front of their eyes, but not in the periphery.
Yeah.
And bringing people to the awareness to where their observations are no longer singular and just purely binocular. They're now peripheral. They're observing everything from the edges in. They notice more. You see more. You're like, oh, well, this is actually way stranger. This is actually way more bizarre. So, yeah, you're 100% right, Ashley. Bringing people to that thought that, oh yeah, well, here, yeah, you met somebody who's doing weird stuff, talks about weird stuff, somebody who's moderately interested in high strangeness, and goes out there and does the thing because of that.
Well, like Teresa said, you want a weird experience, just come to any wild and weird event. Well, she's laughing, but no, she's real. She's for real. There have been some crazy things that go on at those events. And we think that we used to get really mad when those things happen, because it's like, they're going to think we're faking this stuff. But you have 20 some people, they know you're not, but it just looks weird to people who aren't there. Right. And
That's right.
It's really about validation. And that's what we come to understand. It's like, this is because these things are happening because you have a like group of people. They're all like-minded. They have good intent. They're putting nothing into this of malice. It's all good intent. And I think that has a lot to do with what happens and how it gets experienced. Rick Skinner, God bless you. That's something we're going to need some more batteries.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Teresa says it's that collective consciousness.
It is.
Dead Fish says, what's the best town around there that has a city nearby, mountains, and a river close? Well, that's most of West Virginia, minus the city.
Pretty much. Yeah.
There's Charleston, Huntington, Morgantown, Clarksburg, Fairmont, Logan. Those are the biggest things I would consider cities. And that in order as well, by the way. Like in size.
It's like almost every town in West Virginia is by a river and mountains.
Yeah, that's where they were built. Mountain, we're the mountain state, so everywhere we are one big giant rolling mountain here.
Yeah.
And then all the cities are right on the rivers, because that's just how they were built. Barge towns and coal mining towns.
It's true.
Water
Yeah.
was necessity.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's exactly right.
Thank you,
you.
Jen. Thank you. Well,
I was
folks,
just saying that people complain all the time about, well, I've never seen a UFO. Well, I've never seen a thing. Well, you have to actually go outside and look.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do.
Sometimes you have to have hardware.
You just gotta, get out there. But no, in all seriousness, I find, as a researcher, I don't have weird stuff happen to me all the time. I find when my mental health is not good and when I'm not really focused on the magic of it all, then I don't have as weird experiences. But when I can get myself carried away in it and I get myself caught up in it, then that's where the magic happens. You have to actively seek these things if you actively want your mind change. And if you're not willing to do that, then just say that you're lazy and you want everybody else to do it for you. But don't sit at home on your computer and complain about the information that people bring out. And I guess I'm just kind of circling back to the Skinwalker Ranch comment, because that makes me really angry. You know why? Because you know how many Skinwalker ranches there are out there? Tons. There's a lot.
So many. So many.
And you know, it's funny because we're using just as good a cameras. We had just as good a sound. But
wait, I want to address this 1 second. Hold. Who's done C5 and had it work? Well, here's a little spoiler for you. What you saw there, that whole thing took place during the middle of a experiment where we had a remote audience member who was actually doing just that. They were trying to have something manifest, and
from across the country.
And you're going to have to wait and see how that goes down. But I can tell you that's happened. We also had Adam go watch Paranormal Horizons. You'll see that.
Yep.
Multiple
Paranormal Horizons
times.
released by Small Town Monsters. It's over on their YouTube channel. It's on Tubi, Alien Nation, and a few other places.
Yeah, multiple times that has happened. Yes, absolutely, and it did work. And we've had skeptics who actually went out and they reproduced it themselves. So what it is,
we don't follow the exact Greer Stephen protocols for.
No, we do not.
We have our own protocols in place that we do. Because CE5 has been around way longer than Greer.
I've heard good things about doing it, but it must be patented. I can't find anything about it. No, it's not. It's not. His method is his method. That's in the CE5 handbook, and you can get that. That's actually out there.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, and you can get that, but don't. The best thing I can tell you to do is to talk to someone who understands meditation, because that's literally what it is. It's meditation. You clear your mind, you clear your thoughts, you go out, you set out an honest, good intent, and then these things happen. Now, as a warning to anyone who does want to do this, understand that by opening that door, that's what you are doing. This phenomena sees you and says, okay, they're ready, even though you may not be. If you're not ready, it can mess you up a little bit, to say the least. It can definitely cause some uncomfortable thoughts. It can cause some issues with your belief systems. It can cause, all kinds of problems with trying to adjust to reality. It can make you think you're special. It can make you think you're, the only one to see this. You're not.
Yeah.
History is full of people who saw this.
We have seen that happen so much within the history of the UFO community.
Yeah.
Where people become experiencers, and they are able to do it on a regular basis, and they help other people figure out how to do it. And then
it goes to their head.
Yeah. Then they wind up on like major network television.
For real. Not kidding.
And we'll leave it there.
Yeah. So the idea is basically not to let your ego get involved with this, because look, there's something there. That's pretty much all I can say. Joe, take off where you were. I'm sorry about that.
I can't remember where I was.
Oh, it's all good then.
But I think it was just me saying, like, we don't have a traditional CE5 framework. It's our own methodology that we use, and each one of us kind of do it differently. We just have certain measures that we put in place. But yeah. Then Jen up here said, Ron and Joe, can we, before you end sticking with tradition, can I get a Dolly blessing for my birthday tomorrow?
Oh my.
Dolly
should be in there.
It is.
Is she in there?
Oh, she's not.
She's not? Hang on. I'll get it for you. I know where they are. I have to cycle these around from time to time because we run out of space. Anyways, filled some questions while I go find Dolly.
All right.
Then, I have a question, Ron and Joe. When will Strange Realities be a reality? When can people expect to see it?
It's coming soon. We filmed enough for multiple episodes right out the gate. It's now like in the process of trying to not necessarily storyboard them because we had that done before we went, but actually get it in a consumable manner that is going to make the most sense, because we want to inject some interviews in the midst of it that weren't necessarily related to what was going on there that night, or they were not there that night, but folks who have a lot of knowledge on the topic of high strangeness and the history of high strangeness. And then there's just the time getting it done, because we're both full-time jobs and whatnot. But you've seen we've got a few clips. We're hoping to get the first episode out here soon, adjacent.
The first episode
we need to minus a few interviews.
The first episode will be out soon. I literally on it right now, all I'm lacking is just a couple of interviews, and basically that's it. Once we do a couple of reshoots on that and get us at a table,
our reaction,
where we're discussing this thing, then that's pretty much it. So I'd say another month or two, depending on the weather. We're watching the weather as well at this point. So
Cabin Creek Forge, best thermal for a budget and night vision camera on budget. Get a hold of me on Facebook and I'll send you links to them. They're both on Amazon for the night vision and the thermal. Now the thermal, we're still talking on a budget. It's still $1,200, but it's in the same ballpark as the $5,000 and $6,000 name brand FLIR. It's basically the exact same unit, just direct from the factory.
We have the blessing up there. You ready for it?
Yes, we're ready for it. Let's do this, Jen. Happy birthday. Here we go. Happy birthday. I hope you have a good one tomorrow. Rick Skinner, what's your festival schedule for 2026? The only two that we can tell you 100% confirmed right now is Mothman and CryptidCon.
Right now.
And OBC.
Yeah, I was going to say OBC.
So we've got those in the lineup already, but we will be adding more. We're just waiting to hear back from some folks. So once they get that out there, we'll get everybody posted.
Well, folks, you got to see it. That was the very first extended look. And we've been hinting at some of the weird stuff that happened out there, and you got to see a little bit of it, just a little bit. There's a lot more. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming this year. Apparently, there's a whole lot of craziness that'll be coming this year as far as, with this stuff. High strangeness is going to definitely reign supreme this year. That's part of that prediction as well as it goes. We're going to have to start having that conversation about the weird stuff and the stuff that you guys were watching on Paranormal Horizons and saying that we were crazy, because now the entire nation's going to have to be a little crazy to kind of accept what's getting ready to happen, I think. Because it's not normal. Not your normal anyway.
Exactly. Well, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Ashley, thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you. As always, it's fantastic to have you here on the show. Remember, everybody, go check out on Wednesdays We Talk Weird. It's a show that pops up on all your podcatchers that will drop every Wednesday. But you'd almost think the name was intentional.
Yeah. Strange how that works.
I know, right? And so go check her out. She's got a backlog of years worth of episodes. Go listen to them, subscribe, and get that thrown into your daily loop. You've got time. You're at work all day. Listen to on Wednesdays We Talk Weird. And then after that episode's over, jump over and listen to an old archived episode of Wild and Weird Radio and some of the ones of the Wild and Weird lives that have been looped into the audio only archives. We do have some more audio only shows coming up for you.
Yep.
We'll be getting those out here shortly. Dave, thanks as always. Dave is Doomsday Dave. He'll be here with us the rest of the year. Again, thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part of the family. To everybody out there who has supported us through the year of 2025, which was one of the most crazy years, I think, in history. We appreciate you for hanging in there with us and sticking with us through all the crazy news cycle that occurred. That was a lot. Some of it was like whiplash, and having you guys stick with us through it all was fantastic. All the supporters, the executive producers, and the directors, the people who sat behind the cameras with us and been out in the field with us and carried cameras and walked around carrying audio equipment and batteries. You guys are more than we deserve. and we can't wait to get back out there with some of you all. We are going to be bringing back the meetings. They're going to be coming back soon as we get a break in this weather, just because some of y'all travel from states away, and I don't want you guys driving into a blizzard, because right now the weather is so ridiculous that nobody can keep up with it. Our meteorologists can't catch it right.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 4 inches of snow today, and we got a dusting, which is what I told you we were going to get. See, I predicted that.
Yep.
Got a wet dusting.
Crystal ball. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Crystal ball.
It's so weird. We got a sheet of ice is what we got here.
Really?
Yeah. We got honestly, we got something. It was strange. We got some of that micro hail, and then we had about a 1/16 of an inch of ice that coated everything. I went outside this morning first thing, and I almost ate it.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't see it.
We got about 8 here. Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
So, it's all over the place. So we're going to wait till the weather warms a bit. It's probably still will be cold. Enzo plans on coming to meet us at least one of those meetups. God, I can't wait to have you there, man. You'd be a fun one to hang out with for sure. It's going to be fun. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I like Ashley's take on it. The 1 year we talked about it. We had an episode on numerology some time ago, and we did. One is the beginning. And it's, it's a master as well. So,
and I'm one of those weird, crazy, exotic numbers. I can't remember. We did like all the.
We did. Numbers. You need to go back and watch that show. It's a lot of fun.
It's a really fun episode.
Yeah, it was really wild, and it turned out to be pretty accurate too, which is the crazy part.
It did.
So folks, anyway, that's it. This is the first show of 2026. We hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting all those clips together and driving myself crazy for the past week doing it. Joe probably got sick of me saying, hey, I think it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show. I just spent, 6 hours putting this clip together. How long is it? Oh, it's only a minute. But that's what we do here. So
yeah, guys, welcome to 2026. Hang around with us here at Wild and Weird,
right?
West Virginia, and Wild and Weird Radio. You're going to be able to see quite the journey.
Yeah, let's try to stay one step ahead of all this.
Yeah, we have for years.
That's right.
Might as well keep that trend going. So again, one last time for tonight. Thank you, everybody. You are all far more than we deserve. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that contribute to the show, who donate to the funds to keep this machine moving, and everybody who likes and shares and sends these videos out to other people to bring more folks on deck.
Absolutely. Oh, and we hit the 3,000, right? So
we did. So next week,
real quick. Yes.
Next week, we're doing the 3,000 giveaway. You want to be here because it's going to be like the other giveaways. You got to be here to win. But we've got some really cool stuff we're going to be putting out on the table. So
sure do. And as a final thank you. Who needs a ball drop when you got UFOs?
And remember, believe the lie.
Oh, I like that. That sounds original. I think I'll put it into a song maybe. Everybody steals
I
my
want this
stuff.
thing. Yeah,